Welcome and welcome to the present. How we doing this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning? Yes, the title race is still on. It's not over. It's still advantage Man City, but we can still do it, and I believe we are going to do it. As you come into this, if you're watching this live or you're watching it later in the day, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Do not forget to hit the like button. The like button is very, very important. Please support this channel by striking the like button, striking the subscribe button, and if you consider join the membership. I will appreciate that very, 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 very keenly. So we welcome Bournemouth to the Emirates tomorrow morning. So it's an important game. We have to win and beat Bournemouth if we are to keep our aspirations of winning the title. It's very important we win our games. I understand we are watching out for sports can do us a favor, can Wolves do us a favor. I get all that. But guess what? You have to win your games firstly before you seek the favor of others. It's very imperative. We do not take Bournemouth for granted. We do not take our eyes off the ball. I'm saying, we should be beating Bournemouth. I agree. But we're not playing it on paper. We're playing it on grass. Let's make sure we win comfortably. If possible, extend our goal difference by a few goals if possible. But winning is the main objective. Goal difference is secondary. Winning is primary. Goal difference is secondary. Any other thing can come in. Let's win. If we can add more goals to do that, it is very, very important. We cannot afford a slip up. Not a draw, not even a defeat. Not a draw, not a defeat. We have to beat Bournemouth at the Emirates. We have the players to do it. We have the team. Uh, at the time of the recording, even though Arteta has not done his official press conference, there is no news of injury to any of the players. There are stories going around that maybe your Timber will be part of the squad, which I do not entirely agree to or subscribe to. But if Arteta thinks he's good enough to be part of the squad, who am I to turn down that kind of aspiration from Mikel Arteta and Yuri Timber? So let's see. So it should be an interesting game, but not a good thing. Baltimore are a good team. If you look at their records in 2024, they have been nothing but or short of fantastic. They have been fantastic. They play good football. They have good players. Solanke is doing his best, scoring goals, playing well. Semedo, a good player. Justin Kluivert might not be as good as his father, Patrick Kluivert, but he's doing bits and pieces for Baltimore. In the midfield, they are tidy, they are creative, they are industrious. Their defense, they are not overly they're not the best defense, but they are not conceding goals like the likes of Man U and the rest. But they're doing a decent thing. They are doing a decent job rather than most of people will give them credit for. So we cannot afford to take them lightly or take them for granted. It's a tough match in relative terms. It's a tough match. Why do I say it's a tough match? Because we are competing for the title. We still want to win the title. So Bournemouth might decide to be a bit conservative. Bournemouth doesn't have anything. They are not playing for anything right now, technically. They have anything to lose. They are not seeking the European spot. So they are comfortable. There is no threat of relegation. So they are comfortable. And when teams are comfortable, it could be dangerous. Let's not forget what happened last season when we welcomed Bournemouth to the Emirates. They scored that early goal. They made it 2. We had to clutch from the back and to try and win it. That fantastic, emotional goal from Rhys Nelson that made it 3-2 and won the game, and we're celebrating. We do not have to have a repeat of that. Let's make sure we don't concede no silly goals, no silly chances. No, we do not have to encourage Baltimore. We do not have to give any glimmer of encouragement. Let's go in and do our job and win as much as possible. It's very, very, very imperative. Okay, just checking to make sure my audio is coming out well. So we have to win. If you look at some of the statistics real quick, right there you can see in the last 5 games, Arsenal have won 5 of their last 5 games. Baltimore have won just 2 of their last 5 games. They've drawn 1 and they've lost 2. The table right there, Baltimore are 10th. Like I said, they are not in threat of relegation and they are not eagerly fighting for any European slot. So they are very comfortable doing their stuff in the mid-table. They've played 35 games. They have Baltimore have played 35 games. They have 13 wins, 9 draws, 13 losses. That's 50%. That's not poor for Baltimore's aspirations, right? -8 goal difference. While Arsenal are top of the summit, even though they played the game ahead of Man City, 25 wins, emphatic, 5 draws, 5 losses, 80 points, not bad. 57 goal difference, not bad at all. Look at the key players. We are seeing Bukayo Saka there with 15 goals, 9 assists, not bad. Solanke with 18 goals and 3 assists, not bad. So, except that tomorrow's game, we are playing the early kickoff. We are the first team to play tomorrow. So if we win that match, we'll put the pressure on Man City. And let's see if Wolves can do what Spurs cannot do. A lot of us are expecting our Spurs to do us a favor. We know Spurs are always going to be Spursy. They are the main trademark of calling or the same bottlers. They are the original bottlers, Spurs. Even though they don't do it for us now, they can't even do it for themselves. Professional pride, for the aspiration of top four that they were claiming to have had in the bag. Now they are losing it. So let's see. Of the Man City against Wolves, I don't expect Arsenal fans to be overly concerned about Man City. Let's be overly concerned with our own game. Let us do our job and let's see if Man City will stumble. I still believe that Man City will stumble. I might say I have egg on my face and they might not stumble and then win all their games. And it is what it is. It doesn't mean we've not had a fantastic season. These have been a keenly contested title race. Like Liverpool are falling off the perch. Nobody's concerned calling them bottlers, but people are expecting for Arsenal to follow so they can call us bottlers. Let's see. Let's see whether the naysayers' aspiration will come to fruition, or let's see if Arsenal will actually turn eggs on the face of the naysayers and haters. We'll find out in the next 4 weeks. So I'm still solidly rooting for my team. There's no other way than to root for my team. I still solidly believe we can win this league. I still have that glimmer of hope that Man City will stumble. The Korean guy will be playing tomorrow. Konya will be playing against Man City. If you watch the last few Man City games, they leave the door ajar. They leave the door open. Defensively, they are not as solid as Arsenal. So I just believe there's a chink in that armor, and they will give chances. Even against Nottingham Forest. If you watch the game against Nottingham Forest, right? If Nottingham Forest, aka Chris Wood, had his shooting boots on, if Chris Wood was not passively a massive supporter, that game should have ended in a draw. Because the chances were there against Nottingham Forest. So against a better team, in my opinion, attacking wise, like Wolves, where they have Konya with feet, they have the Korean guy. We don't know whether Neto will be available for this match, but they have decent, better players than Nottingham Forest. They can do something against Man City, even though they are playing at the empty yard. They can still do something against Man City. So I am not going to submit to the jaws of victory right now. There's still a chance. There's still a chance we'll win. And if we don't win, glory be to God. Hallelujah. It is what it is. We've tried our best. We've tried. You cannot tell me this team has not given it a go. You cannot logically tell me this team has not given it a go. We've given everything and all things, tears, sweat, and blood. And let's see if we to come home, we can come home with the trophy at the end of the season. So it's what we are fighting for. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, and it's a tough one for a lot of you to take if we don't win the league. But guess what? We're in good stead. The trajectory is looking fantastic. You cannot argue. I can argue that the momentum, even going to next season, for Arsenal is better than Man City's momentum. So the future is looking bright. We are signing extensions to our key players. We are keeping hold of our key players. We're going to add significantly to the team next season. Why should I not be excited and happy? Shout out to Josh Concrete for saying that we should be excited and happy looking forward. So the season has not ended. The disappointment is not looming yet if we miss out on the league. But let's see how the season can unfold, and let's see whether we'll be rejoicing or we'll be a tad disappointed. We'll find out. So regarding the game, let me know your prediction regarding the game we'll play against Bournemouth tomorrow. I'm still going for you check my preview, which I dropped, my pre-recorded preview, which I dropped a while ago. I'm still sticking with my 4-1. I think there are goals in it. I think Bournemouth will come out. They like to play football. They like to, how will I put it? They like to be industrious and expressive, for lack of a better term. So they'll come out and play football. I just believe our superiority of quality in kind of players will actually show off. And they'll huff and puff. All these things, when they come to the Emirates, it's like an audition for some of those players. They'll huff and puff. They'll try some tricks and flicks. But guess what? The superiority of quality, the superiority of experience in a relative young team will always come to the fore. Like we have the better quality starting 11. We have the quality bench. In my opinion, Arteta is a better manager than the manager they have right now. So I am not shaken. I just think they will huff and puff. I understand our defensive record at home is not as good as our away defensive record, which is I don't understand how that thing works. Maybe because at home the onions is on also attack a bit more, be a bit more flamboyant than when we go away. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe I'm not saying that's a concrete reason, but I'm just saying maybe that's the reason why defensively at home we are not as solid than when we go away. We have a more solid defensive record than playing at the Emirates, which is kind of ironic. So I'm very optimistic and that we'll win convincingly and we'll live and see what Man City will be coming up with after. Because we are going to put the pressure on Man City because we play first tomorrow. Once we get done with our game and hopefully we'll win, we'll see how Man City respond. So 3 games to go for Arsenal, 4 games to go for Man City. It is not over until it's over. I understand your concerns. Oh, after how can we play this well? How can we come this far and yet not win the league? It just shows that we are competing against a juggernaut in Man City. As in, we are competing against a juggernaut in Man City. And unfortunately, the loss to Aston Villa was a bad one. That loss to Aston Villa was a horrible one. Well, it is what it is. I'm not going to criticize them for that. Uh, we do not have the infinite audacity to win all the games. Games like that will pop up once in a while, and you just have to deal with it. So that's what I'm hoping. Games like that can pop up for Man City too. Well, they'll sneak in that thing, and let's see. So they have Man City have to negotiate Fulham, negotiate Spurs, negotiate Wolves. Those are teams that, on a good day, on a very good day, on a good day, a lot could happen. So let's keep hope alive. Let us keep hope alive. It is not over until it's over. So the title race is continuing between. For me, the title race is just between Arsenal and Man City. Can we still consider Liverpool part of the title race? Mathematically, yes. But if you look at it logically and how the momentum is moving, for me, Liverpool have just veered off their track. They veered off the track. They're off the railings. So they are here negotiating with us. Salah will stay. We can club the debacle, the fiasco happening on that side. So for me, Liverpool are veered off the track. It's just between Man City and Arsenal at the moment. And let's see who will come up on top. Who will come up on top? We'll find out. And we'll be hearing some of the news about recruitment in the transfer market. Are we going to get Bruno Guimaraes? Can we get Ishak? Are we going to get a Guterres guy from Sporting Lisbon? A lot of rumors going and swelling. We'll find out very soon. We'll find out. All I know is that we have to bring in quality players, marquee quality players, players that can be starters and take us to the next level. Not just quality. Quality and availability should be the key word and mantra going to the transfer window this time. We cannot afford to just bring in regular players. Right? I'm not being disrespectful, they are regular players. Now it's time to up the ante and bring in quality. And for me, Bruno Guimaraes is quality for Newcastle level. Now, for Newcastle, Bruno is quality, but when it comes to playing and competing consistently for the top honors like the title and the Champions League, Bruno Guimaraes for me is not that guy. I'm sorry. If Arteta and Edu are keen on him, I'm going to support him. I do not think I should override what Arteta and Edu want for the club because they are in charge. I can just offer my opinion, what I call my educated opinion. I just don't think Bruno will take us to the next level. He can't do what Partey does as that 6. Even as the 8, he's not as creative as a lot of people are saying. I watch a lot. See, I watch football, I watch Arsenal games, and I watch other teams play. I watch a lot of Newcastle, a lot of Man City. I love football, so I don't just watch Arsenal. I watch a lot of football, and I can tell you for free, Bruno is a very good player, but we are not looking for a very good player this time. We are looking for top-class, world-class players that can take us to the next level. Because we have to be very careful right now in our recruitment. We can't just be going for players that are just there. We already have players that are just there. Now we need to add players that can be difference makers, both in the midfield, the defense, and the attack. We need difference makers, in substantiative difference makers, not just any player. And for me, Bruno is not a difference maker in the midfield. Partey is a difference maker. We've seen that if Partey had been part of the team since the beginning, without those injuries, we would have wrapped up this league. You can see the quality, the effervescent, the instant quality that Partey provides us on the pitch once he steps on. Everybody improves from Odegaard to Rice to Saka to Matt. We begin to play at a different altitude and trajectory once Partey is playing. That's a difference maker. And you think Bruno can do that as a 6? He's not as press resistant as a Partey. His passing is not as crisp or fantastic as Partey. So he has a decent passing ability. He has a decent tackling as a passion merchant at best. I don't want passion merchant. I will never rate passion over ability. How much can passion take you? It's like rating motivation over discipline. I always take discipline over motivation. Motivation. I don't want to be motivated. I want to be disciplined, because with discipline, there's consistency. With passion or motivation, there's so much inconsistency. It always depends on how you feel. I don't want how you feel. I want that regular quality that even though there's a drop, it's not gaping. So for me, I'm not saying no passion merchant. I want quality from the team. Very, very imperative. Not doing no passion. You can keep your passion at Newcastle and Tyneside. Keep it there. My Ghana brother, how have you been? Shout out to Mr. Akuzumoto. I am doing fine. How are you doing, Mr. Akuzumoto? I hope you're doing fine this Friday. And I hope you're looking forward to tomorrow's match in the morning. I think I should be able to drag Mr. Ifosa if he's available for us to do a pre-match talk tomorrow. I think an hour and a half before the match, if you're able to do a pre-match talk, do a predict lineup and talk about the match. I hope you guys are looking forward to tomorrow's match, because it's a must-win. As much as we are seeking the fact that other teams can do us a favor, we have to do ourselves a favor by winning tomorrow's match. Like, win first, then you can extend the goal difference. You do it emphatically. But it's all body over Man City all the time. We should keep a side eye. Yeah, you have to keep a side eye on Man City, but let's keep the focus on Arsenal. Let's win our games first, then we'll see what Man City will do. For me, I understand the concerns of a lot of Arsenal fans that, Man City are just wrap up. There's a possibility, but trust me, Man City could drop points this weekend. Wolves are not a team you just toy with. The Korean guy, Pep called the Unshang, the Korean guy, can do harm to Man City. And Man City defensively have not been the best this season. Let's call it for what it is. Like I said earlier in the stream, if you watch the last few games, especially the last game against Nottingham Forest, go and watch it. You can't watch the full game, watch the extended highlights and see how many chances Man City offered to Nottingham Forest and Nottingham Forest didn't take. Man City offered, they leave the door ajar. So I am hopeful, even though there's a glimmer of hope, that things can happen. Bournemouth game, more worrying than Man United game. For me, yes. One game at a time. Let's worry about navigating Bournemouth before think about Man United. Because if you take your eyes off the ball, see, Bournemouth play decent stuff. I've been watching Bournemouth for a ton of the year. They are playing decent stuff. They know how to play good games. They have a Sri Lanka that if you give a chance, he will bury it. Semenyo is not a bad-looking player. Justin Kluivert might not be as good as his father, Patrick Kluivert, but he can do a good job. So let's not take this Bournemouth game for granted. I get it on paper. Superior team, superior manager, superior bench on paper. But football is not played on paper. Football is played on the carpet grass. You have to make sure you do your job on the day. So we have to make sure we do our job on the day. Tottenham fans writing emails to the club requesting to lose to Man City on purpose as if they have a choice. So, see, fans, this is why I support Mr. Ifosa. I said that the club should listen to fans. Like, especially the modern day fans, some of them are just psychotic. It's just what it is. And they say you're being disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful. A lot of the modern day fans, including the Arsenal fan base, are psychotic. How do you rationalize that? I understand the tribalism that exists between us and Tottenham. If you begin to plant that dangerous seed into the players, how do you stop the players from not doing it to other games? Like, you don't even think through what you are requesting for. I know you don't want Arsenal to win the league. I get it, but that's not the way to go about it, rather. You don't go about it that way. So if you are requesting that they lose on purpose, to Man City to stop us. When they lose other games, and you think you have the audacity to question the same players after you requested them to lose, you've lost your authority, you've lost your respect, you've lost everything. Like fans don't even think. That's why you won't see me engage in those tasteless banter that a lot of us like to enjoy from other bigger channels, because it's tasteless, it's low IQ, it's low quality. Now, can we banter sometimes? Yes, within the reasons and the compound of rationality and logic. I'm not going to go into some tasteless, idiotic, low IQ banter because it's funnier. Because a lot of people are low IQ, so you can accumulate a large platform full of low IQ idiots that don't think. How do you write a letter that your team should lose on purpose to a team just because you don't want your rival to win? So it's like me. Let's say to the reverse. Arsenal fans should write a letter that we should lose on purpose so Spurs don't win. I don't give a. Let me choose my words carefully. I don't give a flying F if Spurs win a title, provided we win our own titles. Because sometimes you have to rationalize your banter so your banter doesn't become idiotic. Because it will come back and bite you in the rear. Because when they lose other games, you do not have the audacity to ask them why they are losing, because you have given them permission to lose. You are giving them express permission to lose one game, thinking that you stop it from other games. It does not work like that. Think. It doesn't work like that. So those fans that did that, it just shows the low IQ, no ambition of a lot of fans who have been claiming, I have standards, I want to win. It's funny that those proponents, those idiots are always shouting, I have standards, I want to win. They don't really want to win. They just want chaos. They want to argue. They want to fight. It's like that girl that's always shouting, I'm always in a toxic relationship. How come only you're always dating the baddest of the baddest men? There's something wrong with you. You are the common denominator in those conversations. There's something wrong with you. So this sports fan just shows that they don't want to win. They enjoy the chaos. They just want to always look over Arsenal like there's a bigger picture. There's a title to compete for. There's a top four to compete for. But you are so keen on the destruction of Arsenal that you would rather destroy yourself alongside it. Crazy. People have lost their mind. That lets you know they have no ambition. Like I said, is who we are. Exactly. Is who they are. Is exactly who they are. They are butlers. They have no ambition. They don't win anything. And unfortunately, that's going to continue for a long time. And these people have the audacity to always blame the manager, to blame Daniel Levy for not being ambitious. So you yourself, you are not being ambitious yourself. You cannot be blaming Daniel Levy all the time. Why you have the audacity to look at this thing? Like writing emails to the club to lose. This is epic. This is epic. To lose because you don't want Arsenal to win. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. You can't. Nah. This is epic. Guys, do me a favor, especially if you're watching a playback, to strike a like on the video. Very, very important for the growth of the channel and the algorithm. Strike a like on the video and please subscribe where you subscribe. And do not forget to turn on your notification bell. Let's go back to regular programming. Let's go back because this is very epic. Wanting to lose. You want to lose so that Arsenal doesn't win the league. Like, doesn't work because if peradventure Wolves draw at the weekend against Man City or even the Fulham, doesn't change anything. You think you have so much power. You don't have the power you think you have. Spurs fans, let me remind you something. You are not as relevant as you think you are. You are not as relevant as you think you are. You are not. You were actually taken to the corners yesterday by a very, very average Chelsea. Average Chelsea. See, everybody has found out how to play Spurs. They will huff and puff, right? They will have what I term the needless possession. They have the needless possession. They have the time. We played well. We played well. I'm sorry. I'm struggling with some cold right here. I'm sorry. We played well. Really? Football is not just about just playing well. Did you win? Can you win? Can you adapt to the opponent? You have your manager arrogantly telling us that I'm more concerned about other things than concerned about set pieces. But you keep conceding from set pieces. Make it make sense that you are more concerned about other things than practicing defending set pieces, but you're conceding from set pieces. You don't make is set pieces not part of football? Is set that's why, as much as I revere and I respect as a winger, he used to irritate me with that. Those like I don't adjust to the opponent. Like sometimes you have to adjust to the opponent. Sometimes I'm sorry, you have to adapt and adjust to the opponent. You are not that great that you don't adjust to your opponent sometimes. So sometimes you have to just have to do that. That was the bane of us as Wenger not succeeding in Europe or not winning some of the title because he refused to adapt. And as Wenger had a bigger budget, better players, then this guy that doesn't have the bigger budget, not better players, is arrogantly telling sports fans, I'm not going to adapt or adjust. You will keep losing. You will keep losing, mate. You will keep losing. I'm almost surprised he'll be served the P45 if this trend continues next season. In the first 10 games, this trend, you know Daniel Levy, you know the sports, they will turn on him. The same media that have built him to be this Ange ball, Ange guy, the guy that is so nice to the media, the same media that made him will break him. So, come on, we've seen what the English media does to a lot of managers and players. They build you up to a certain level, then guess what? They break you down and they mar you. So it is what it is. Shout out to my guy Jeffrey Ike. Hello, Bournemouth is going to be a tough game for Arsenal. Let's hope for the best. I understand what you mean by a tough game because of the context of we are fighting for a title. I understand that we can't take them for granted, but I think we have too much quality to beat them, provided we are not complacent, provided we don't take them for granted, provided we're not just looking at just Bournemouth. Let's be professional. Let's be intentional, and we'll be Bournemouth. We have the better quality of starting 11, better bench, better manager, in my opinion. So we should be beating Bournemouth. We are playing at home, so we should be beating Bournemouth. They will have fun. Like I said, Semenyo is a good player. Justin Cliver is a good player. Solanke is in form of his life, but we have enough to actually beat Bournemouth at the Emirates, in my opinion. Bournemouth coach and Ateta used to play youth team. Exactly, they know themselves, so they know themselves very well. But knowing themselves is not enough. We have better tools. Ateta have the better tools in terms of players to actually beat them. They play decent stuff. Like I said earlier in the stream, you are just joining us. I mentioned earlier in the stream, Bournemouth they play decent football, good on the eye. They move the ball around, they pass it. Go and watch their victory against Man United at Old Trafford. That was emphatic. They went to Old Trafford and outplayed Man United. That's why I can't take them for granted. They went to Old Trafford, outplayed Man United, and beat them there. So they're a good team. They play good football. They just huff it and just defend. They play good football, and shout out to them. So it should be a tough game in relative terms. But I just think our quality will push us through. Our aspirations of winning the league is on that incentive that will make I think will propel us to victory more than their aspiration. Because right now, Bournemouth there are so many aspirations. They are 10th. Let me show you guys on the table. Look at it. They are 10th on the table, right? So they're not playing for Europe. They are not playing for anything substantial. They're just coasting along to the end of the season. So they are not in any threat of relegation. So it makes it easier for them to just take it easy and for us we are compete for the title. So there's more added incentives for us to go hard on Bournemouth. And I expect us to score a few goals if the chance are provided. Provided we have the chance. For me, main objective, win. If the chance to score a few more goals to extend the goal difference, you take it. Main objective first is to win. Priority is to win. Primary priority, winning. Second priority, extend the goal difference. So those are the two objectives for tomorrow's match against Bournemouth, in my opinion. So guys, don't forget to strike the like button. We have 6 guys in the building. Just 3 likes is not good enough, guys. Please strike the like button. If you're watching on the playback to support the channel by just striking the like button, I will appreciate that. I left a link in the comment section on another of your videos today when sports fans insisted they were finishing above Arsenal. The video made a month ago it's hilarious. So I'll check it out. If you remember, Mr. Ige, after the first 10 games, I think Spurs, in the first 10 games, they had 26 points out of 30. And they were telling us they were going to win the league. I couldn't believe it. After 10 games, Spurs believed they were in a title race. They're going to win the league. Like the audacity. The Premier League has 38 games, right? But after 10 games, it not even half, not even 18 games, not even 19 games, rather. After 10 games, the audacity of the Spurs fans to say, oh, we are going to win the league. You are better than Arsenal. Our starting level is better than Arsenal. You have a better defense than Arsenal. Now, after 35 games, do Spurs still have the better defense, the better goalkeeper than Arsenal? Do they still have the better attack than Arsenal? It just shows the shallowness of the modern fan. It just shows how idiotic. Sometimes, is it the food? Is it the educational system that you are going to make a pronounced commentary after 10 games? In a 38 game calendar, you are going to be emphatic. You are mad. You must be insane. You are so bold to make that pronouncement after 10 games, even though you know it's 38 games to run. And you know that even it's like a marathon. You can't be celebrating after the first lap or even the second lap in a marathon. Are you insane? These guys are sick in the brain. These guys are sick. They were telling us, our Van der Ven is better than Gabriel. Our Romero is a better defender than Saliba. Are you having a laugh? Are you see? The fact that you are not under shackles, under a robe, doesn't mean you are not mad. Some people are mad, even though they are not roaming yet. They are not biting on people yet. But the madness is just tentative. Because tentative madness is a glitchy kind of madness. Making this silly pronouncement, going on panels and shouting the new at the Spurs. Some people are using some funny statistics without applying the nuances, how they are going to win the league, how they are going to send Arsenal into the wilderness. Really? It's glad that we are here to enjoy the agony, the pain, the anguish of the Tottenham Hotspurs. Like against Newcastle, they told us we played better. We had possession. Newcastle thumped you 4-0. Against Arsenal, we played better. We played better. We beat you 3-2. Yes, against an average Chelsea, aka the Blue Rascals. Shout out to Mr. Fusa, who named them the Blue Rascals. Where you were beaten by an average team. Compelling beating. And you are shouting again, we have possession. Nobody cares about your needless possession. Nobody cares. The guy who claims Spurs to win the league is nowhere to be found. Come on, Mr. What do you expect? What do you expect? What do you expect? They'll go into hiding. Spurs do this every season, and their fans see. Some people will never learn. They can never learn. Once they go that way, they can never learn. So that's why I always believe that you cannot rehabilitate some fans. They are delusional, they are dysfunctional, and they are going to remain like that till they leave this earth. There's nothing you can do about it. No amount of rational, objective conversation can bring them back. They are far gone. They ain't coming back. Leave them to be. Even if 90% of the season on top, we didn't win 10 games to make that claim is insane. Exactly. These guys are making what? Because we've now turned banter to something that some things that are being done. That's not banter. You're just being silly and stupid. Because I've been saying all these panels on football theories on most channel, these idiotic takes. There's this notorious guy called the Don who will say some wild things. I'm like, how do you come and just say certain things? Don't you have family members and yourself to protect your image? Like everything I say on my channel, I truly believe them. I'm not trying to gaslight my followers or gaslight people to arguments so I can get more traction in my comment section to argue or to no. What happened to shame? I'm going to say some wild things I don't believe. This is crazy, extremely crazy and harmful. Let's bring back logic and shame. Let's bring back quality. There's so much mediocrity these days because everybody can. Yeah, I like the fact that the media is deregulated. People can actually do YouTube channels but come on, let's do it in good faith. Let's not dumb people down. Can we just do some things in good faith, please? I love money too, but money is not everything. You want to have money the right way. You're just dummy people. You're saying some wild shit for views and clicks and likes. Come on, it's crazy. But all those claims they made, They've all come home to roost. Look at what that their top four hopes are fading away like a bad fat. All their top four hopes, all their Romero and Van der Ven, they have the best defense, the best attack, the best midfield. Madison is better than Odegaard. Conversations have just been killed naturally, figuratively killed. Like they've just faded off. Like putting Madison in the same bracket with Odegaard, have you lost it? Have you lost it? Van der Ven and Romero into the bracket of Gabriel and Saliba, you've lost it. You've lost it. A few years ago, they were comparing Kulusevski and Saka. Like all these nonsense comparisons and conversations have just died naturally because they were never conversations. They were just trigger points. People we get overly excited, and that's some nonsense to say, unfortunately. So, guys, let's round up real quick. So tomorrow's match, we should be winning it. Hopefully, the players know what's at stake. I don't mean hopefully. The players know what's at stake. So it's a must we win tomorrow's match. And like I said, secondary objective is if you can score 4, 5, 6, 7, do it. Do it. Go for the kill. And let's see what Wolves, the Korean guy and co, can do against Man City. So we'll talk about some of the transfers links. theEmirates to Arsenal. What do you guys think? We'll talk about that maybe tomorrow when Mr. Effosa is in the building. While we'll talk about the starting 11 if it's out at that time, and predicted 11 for the match. So it should be a lot to unpack and to discuss tomorrow. Shout out to Mr. Gusimoto and Mr. Ige for making it interactive this morning. I do appreciate all of you. Imagine last game of the season, have an Aguero moment. I know Preston will make a smoke victory cigar. I will consider that, Mr. Gusimoto. I should be considering that. I should be considering that. What irritates me most of all their fans who talk so much shit overrating their players, then be talking BS about Arsenal, even though they have won it, is the audacity. Mr. Ige, see, you think for a club and a fan base who has not won anything substantial, I'm sure a lot of this generation of their fan base have not seen Spurs win anything in their life. Nothing. They've not won anything, but they have so much chest, so much to say, so much smoke, so much bravado that is unsubstantiated. Like, you think people who have not won anything should be a bit modest, more humane, more down to earth. No. These guys are the most arrogant, the most forthright. They have a lot to say. So it's the world we live in. It is what it is. So shout out to all of you that have made this live session the success it is. Without you guys, we not make it this far. Shout out to all of you that have supported my channel. Keep liking the videos. Let's keep growing this community as much as possible. If you want to do membership, the channel is available for membership right now. So let's say maybe I'll be doing some member streams later where we can discuss more I'm going to do some tactical analysis. I'm considering a lot of things on this channel to improve the quality that I bring to you guys, and so that your time can be worth it. Let me read two of these chats real quickly. I think I've read this one. Hopefully we can win our final games of the season. I think we can. And I still believe Wolves, Fulham, they play Man City play Wolves and Fulham, and those teams have technical players. Those teams have better strikers than Nottingham Forest, and Man City always leave the door open. Guys, I get it. It doesn't look like Man City will lose. Just like it didn't look like we're going to lose against Aston Villa. Nobody could have told me you predicted us are losing against Aston Villa at home. Nobody saw it coming. Trust me. Nobody will see it for Man City coming. I see not that hope we will win this league. West Ham, Tottenham as well. Exactly. So I understand people giving up because of the narrative that is being pushed in the media. No, Man City don't lose. Man City would business and they will. Not totally true. Not totally true. They are taking away some context and nuance because I think 2 or 3 seasons ago, the Man City actually practically won it on the last day. At the moment, almost lost it to Aston Villa. They almost lost it to Aston Villa. Remember that game that they won 3-2? They were 2 goals down by first half. So do not let the media fool you. there's still a chance for us to win this league. So, guys, if you're watching the playback, like the video, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Make sure you check it that it's turned on. Very important, so you can get notifications when I go live and when I post pre-recorded content. Shout out to Mr. Oximoto. Shout out to Mr. Ige. I hope you guys will have a fantastic Friday. I hope you guys will be here tomorrow morning when we do the match day talk. We hopefully Mr. Fusa will be around, so it should be an exciting one. If Mr. Fusa is not around, I'll still be here to do the match day talk. And hopefully, when the starting 11 comes out, we can discuss it before the match. Then we'll go and enjoy the match, and hopefully, we win the match, and we can do an instant reaction to the match. So, guys, like the video, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining. Bye for now.